Hey guys, we're back. Bizer TV, I'm Bizer.
And I'm Alistair.
And we're here for Avatar The Last Airbender, Book 3, Episode number 8. So we are here. As for you folks, you can check the next few episodes up on Patreon over there. Last episode was called The Runaway.
Because...
AKA Toph.
Yes. Because she
was
away.
scamming, bro. She was like scamming to the max. At first, I'm like, the first time she scammed that guy, I was digging it, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Because that guy was a scammer. And I agree with scammers being scammed. But then she took it too far with she got a little too creative, you know? The Sokka creativeness.
She legit temporarily became a criminal.
She had
a bounty on her head.
She had a bounty on her head, and then Katara Toph there's some friction going on, as you know, typically every now and then they get into a fight, but obviously they made up. And there's three-eyed fucking freak who's just showing up out of nowhere every single time. You know, you gotta, yeah. And then he gets hurt.
Oh wow! What the fuck? My third eye!
So, I hope the crew puts an end to that guy because
he needs to go. He's actually really annoying.
He needs to go. He looked at first I'm like, yo, this guy looks like a badass, he's doing it up, but now it's like, yo, bro.
Come on, twice, man. And you don't think you're the best?
You need to go. Aang needs to take care of that dude. And that's pretty much it. So, short and simple, episode 8, let's go. Nah, she needs bloodbending on them. Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Shit, yeah, because she can't control her because of the full moon, but she can control those two guys.
This is so fucked up, man. This is actually a fucked up battle.
It's okay. Oh! Is she bloodbending? What the fuck? Dude! Katara's bloodbending her!
You're a bloodbender.
That's fucking crazy.
Holy shit, what the fuck just happened?
And she's crying that she used bloodbending? I don't know, man. I think bloodbending is fucking useful for the lore, but I guess
it's an ethical thing.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's more of I don't know. I have different opinions on this right now. Blood bending. Holy shit, man. I can't believe I didn't think of blood bending.
We thought metal bending was the shit, but this is
a whole different level of fucking bending, man. You go blood, using the water in the blood to bend. Oh my god, man. That lady. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, the first half of this episode, I thought it was kind of slow. I kind of felt I was kind of surprised, but I'm like, what's the story here? I knew that old lady couldn't be trusted, even though she it was kind of, at first she couldn't be trusted, and then okay, I think I could trust her, and then afterwards when she started going about oh, there's just flowers, fucking.
Yeah, when she said that's flowers,
okay. When she's like, oh, there's just flowers, fucking, right? I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm like, okay, I think she's more Jet. She didn't do anything to get her revenge on the Fire Nation, which I don't blame her for, obviously. But man, the second half of this episode with the bloodbending, the reveals and everything was holy shit. That made this episode, man. So this woman was from the Southern Water Tribe.
Yeah, she's
the Water Tribe.
She's an OG.
She is.
She's from the she got caught. So from her time, that's where the first ship arrived. It was because of her. She's the one that trapped that ship from episode 1.
Yeah, and then stories accumulated about that ship being the haunted ship. But man, look, you know what? I don't know why, but I kind of don't blame her for what she became. You know, I
agree.
No, you don't. You were shitting on it all the time.
No, but no, I mean
you're killing her.
Cause she's fucking crazy.
No, I don't blame her. I actually like to be honest, I'm kind of like I don't agree with her putting innocent people in jail, but at the same time, I kind of understand her thought process of how she came to be. You're this young, beautiful woman, you know, and then suddenly, like, in front of your eyes, these Fire Nation people did horrendous things. This is a kid's show, but you can imagine, like, if you put a realistic aspect to it, like what the Fire Nation actually did to them, you know?
Okay.
Took them out one by one, took her friends, her family, loved ones, one by one, treated them like dogs, and then finally, when she was the last one, they captured her, put her in jail. What do you think they did to her in jail? A young, beautiful woman, they probably raped her and shit, you know? They probably did things that obviously is a kid's show, but like, you know, the prison crimes and shit that they did? Like, obviously they did fucked up things to her, and like, she became the way she is, you know? And like, you become fucking psychotic where you're getting tortured, nobody respects you, like, you're worse than an animal, basically. You saw how she was treated? Like, you know, I know those things are supposed to be like underlined. Obviously, it's a kid's show, they're not gonna go into like the tortures and shit. But you can still see, like, she was tied up, the way she was fed, worse than an animal, man. You know? And just years pass by, you're stuck in a cage with these filthy rats, Fire Nation fucking soldiers shitting on you, fucking doing all these horrendous things to you. And like, just imagine like the psychological ramifications of that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, she reached a point where like, she was so motivated where she literally started she thought so like we did get hints of her saying, yo Katara, you did sweat bending, but like there's still more you could like think of, you know? Like how she like got air and made into spikes and shit. Like, you know what? So she went so far, she's like that liquid, the fluid in the rat's under the rat skin or shit, like blood. You know, I learned how to fucking blood. No wonder this episode's called Puppetmaster. And she went as far as like mastering blood bending when the full moon is in full effect. Waterbenders, their bending goes to a next level. Bro. And she went that far and learned blood bending. Bro. You know, and then she escaped prison, lived her life. You know, after all the fucked up things that happened to her, like obviously she wants revenge of her own. You're an old woman, like I kind of understand that. I don't agree with like the innocent people shit putting in jail, but I understand it. I understand her wanting to do it because when she was an innocent woman, she was put into jail by the Fire Nation. So you know what? Some people are like, you know what? You guys don't deserve it as well. I'll just fucking put you. I'll just do whatever it takes to get my revenge. You know, for everything I went through.
Okay.
And then when she found Katara, it was like a fucking jackpot because like, yo, a Southern Bender girl. We're the same situation. You're fighting this war. You know, I legit have to teach you bloodbending. You know, which Katara ended up learning.
So I never knew there was an actual like ethical thing behind bending. You know?
Yeah, it's just like obviously you're controlling another person. Like it's.
But that's the thing. Like,
I would say
gonna be in a war. It's
like you know what? If you're fighting somebody that does not care about ethics and does not care about like moral reasoning, like AKA the Fire Nation, right? And if you're gonna fight an enemy as strong as that, while trying to be ethical, while trying to be like morally like, oh, I can't do this, that's wrong, I can't control another person. Mm-hmm. In a war, I feel like you know, like everything's fair in war, you know. Like anything goes in war, especially when you're facing this Fire Nation. So in that aspect, I kind of agree with the old granny. It's like I know Katara's a girl and little girl. I mean, like, and she can't. She's a good person, good-hearted person. Mm-hmm. She doesn't want to bloodbend and control people, but I just feel like, yo, man, like bloodbending is like, you know, it's an asset in the war, and it's a war that's been going on for 100 years, and you need to do things like that may not seem ethical to you.
I'm pretty sure that bloodbending can like literally change the war.
Oh, for sure, man. You could literally control.
You can literally control someone,
and not just one person at a time. Like many people. You could literally like Puppetmaster that shit, which is fucking like insane. That's actually insane bloodbending, man. Like there's just so much more. Like Katara's a bloodbender. Like holy shit. Like Katara's a bloodbender, man. Like I don't know what else to say.
That's just.
I just feel like I know she's emotional about it, but I feel like she should learn how to like.
I think
she should accept it.
Yeah, especially even if she doesn't want to use it, at least use it for the war. Like in times of like your life is literally is on the edge. You know.
Let's look at this episode. Sokka and Aang were being controlled to the point where Sokka was about to pierce Aang with a sword.
Yeah.
In that moment, life was on the line, legit.
Exactly.
And what did she do? Bloodbending.
Exactly.
You know.
So I guess she's only going to use that when in those kind of scenarios when there's life actually on the line. You know.
I sure, but at the same time, I just feel like if you could like strategically use bloodbending, and like just like control the main commanders of the Fire Nation, you know, like get important people hostage, you know, fucking bloodbend Ozai, you know, bloodbend that fuck. Bloodbend Azula.
I think Katara.
I feel like Katara could fuck up Azula right now. She was holding her own in second season, and now she go bloodbend.
Yeah.
I feel like if Katara like fights 100%,
but I don't think she would use it.
100%, anything goes right now against Azula. I think she might beat her.
I mean, I think she definitely will.
I think she beats her,
but she wouldn't use it. That's the thing.
That's what. No, I mean like.
But if there's no holding back. Oh yeah,
anything goes. Anything goes.
You know, Katara held her own against Azula, just regular bending. Remember that?
When Aang was in that when he had to master the spirit avatar state, and then like Katara was not just her; she was like holding it down against so many people.
Exactly.
Zuko as well, and now she has bloodbend. Katara's bloodbending, man. I still can't get over the fact that, like, the first half of this episode, I'm just like, so it's kind of okay, whatever, right? Like, but the second half, like, it just wow, it just.
When there's a twist, man.
Like, the second half, the bloodbending, that old woman, like, how creepy she was, but at the same time, I understand her so much because I understand that shit. Like, you're in jail, you're treated like a dog. Obviously, you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna do shit like this. You're gonna like shit. You think you're gonna care about flowers? Your innocence, there's no innocence in you anymore. Your innocence is taken away from you.
Yeah, during your time in prison.
Like your time in prison, the way you're beaten, there's no innocence in you, man. You're gonna do whatever it takes to fuck these people.
You got beaten, you got tortured, you got raped.
Most likely, all this shit happened. Like you're a beautiful young woman, go to jail. Like what do you think these Fire Nation people did to her?
And then Katara's like, yo, but those are flowers. She's like, I don't care.
I don't care. Like obviously, Katara has her innocence, right? She's a young girl. She's innocent. She's kind-hearted. But the old woman, she's like, yo, fuck it. Like she said to her at the same time, she's like, you use the resources around you. You use that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck everything. It's a war, you know? And I agree with that. I don't know, like, I kind of agree with that. But at the same time, I see Katara being, not being comfortable with this situation because obviously, like, it's like bloodbending is not something, you know? I don't know. It depends on the person, obviously. Like, if somebody like Azula had bloodbending, this world would be fucked. Azula would not hesitate in Azula loves that control and like loves that control through intimidation. Imagine she had means to like control, like legit. I go like this, I controlled you, you know? Like the world is over. She'd probably fuck her dad up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
She'd probably like, yo,
my dad,
I don't need you, you know? I could literally like whatever. But like again, you know, things like bloodbending went to Katara, obviously, and like. The old woman got the last laugh. It was kind of, I don't know why, I felt sad when she was going back to prison. Even though she was laughing, she's like, I did my duties, you know, bloodbending now. That's all I wanted. You know, but
if she goes back to jail, she can get herself out.
Oh yeah, can't she just bloodbend?
Exactly.
That's true.
That's why she's like, yeah, I'm laughing, because I know I'm gonna get out eventually.
Or maybe she's an old woman at this point. Like she doesn't.
She doesn't have it in her anymore.
Yeah,
whatever, man. I've done what I can.
Yeah, it's like my main mission was like learn bloodbending, fuck this thing up, and teach the younger generation, aka Katara, bloodbending. Yeah. Especially to my southern. Like,
but I thought there was another bender from her village.
What do you mean? Oh, okay, like as if like another bender still exists in her village, like that was from her village.
We gotta pay attention to the previews. I am the last waterbender. And then like next thing there's another waterbender. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy actually. Like when they showed the sweating, her using the sweat as water for bending, and like in the recap, I'm like, how would this be relevant for this episode? Yeah. I'm like, okay, now I see. The Puppetmaster, shit, bloodbending. And then in terms of like there was no spirit this time. I had a funny feeling because typically when Sokka was like, and whatever, just solve the mystery. What the humans are doing that is making the spirit monster angry. To solve that, go to the spirit world, solve this, and do your avatar thing, and you're pretty much set, right?
Yeah.
The moment he said that, I'm like, the fact that he said that, that's probably not the case. Because like he's like when people lay out their plans of things already happened in the past, you just do this again, it's gonna be solved. It never goes down that way.
Yeah.
So this time around, it was Hama. I think her name is Hama. Hama or whatever. But like, again, it's one of those episodes where like I kind of understand Hama. Like I understand like where she's coming from. I don't agree with her putting like, other innocent people in prison, but at the same time, like. I don't know what like obviously what she went through, probably nothing nice, right? And like her mental health and shit. So
you can't blame someone who went through a lot of shit.
Yeah. So it's just one of those episodes.
It's a mental breakdown.
It is what it is. So that's all I got for this episode. And stay tuned for the next segment. Alright guys, it's that time again. Who's going to be your MVP of this episode?
And who's going to be the flop of the episode?
So the MVP of this episode is, well, it's either Katara, obviously.
Yeah.
It could be Hama as well, because she got what she wanted, but at the same time, did she get what she wanted? She taught Katara bloodbending, but like, did she really teach Katara bloodbending? Like, does she really think Katara's going to use bloodbending now? I don't know, it's just one of those things where like...
Yeah, Katara, if that's the case, then I'm gonna give Katara should be the MVP.
I'm gonna give Katara the MVP for this episode because of Sokka's an honorable mention for always being suspicious of like creepy ladies.
Every time he's suspicious, he's right.
He's right.
He's always right.
There's like a hint. If Sokka's like not feeling it, something's up. But I'm gonna give Katara because she basically bloodbended to save her friends, which is obviously not something she would be proud of.
Also, Toph, honorable mention too, hearing the people under the mountain screaming.
Toph as well. But I think this was more of a Katara thing. She fought amazing. She fought Sokka and without hurting them, in a fucked up way, and saving them while bloodbending the old woman. Like, and then it's just. It's one of those MVPs where like she cried at the end, so I'm like, I know she's not happy, but like I feel like she should be the MVP.
Do you think like how she controlled Aang and Sokka and how they're about to like pierce him?
Yeah.
Do you think that she knew that she was going to use bloodbending
to stop that?
Yeah, because there's no other way to stop it. I think that's why she was laughing.
I feel like that might. I thought of that too. I'm like, yo, maybe she did that on purpose, just so Katara is a.
Because she's like, if she did, she'd be like, yeah, you should watch your friends.
Yeah.
Look, and there's a sword coming.
Yeah, I know, and it was real shit. It's like you either bloodbend or not. I don't know, man. I still feel like, man.
Realizes that she can only use bloodbending for certain things.
For certain things, and like she always stood for what she believes in, what's right. She's kind, and and then she won at them. Like in terms of this, like stopping her, saving her friends, and like But at the end of the day, it's still sad seeing her cry. But it doesn't matter, Katara. You're gonna be MVP of today's episode.
You made us believe, put clothes on our backs. You sacrificed for us. You the real MVP.
All right, guys, who's gonna be the flop of today's episode?
Everybody do the flop.
So you know what, guys? Hama. It's like at the same time, I felt like you can give her the flop, but at the same time, like there's nobody else to give the flop to. Okay, look. If you think about it in one way, if you think about it, like she didn't complete like. She was supposed to convince Katara of just bloodbending and like accepting it, Katara did the opposite. She did not accept it. She got found out for sending these people in the caves, and locking them up over there. It was kind of petty revenge at that point. I still understand it, but like, it was kind of petty revenge. And at the same time, like sure, she made Katara a bloodbender, but it doesn't necessarily mean the Katara's gonna use it, right? And then plus, the old woman, like, you're gonna go back in jail and you're gonna get locked up for the rest of your life, you know? Like, I just feel like in terms of like how things ended episode wise, I guess she did flop because like it's not like Katara was like, oh yes, I'm gonna start learning how to bloodbend now.
Yeah, that's
shit.
true.
Like what? Like you're in prison. Like, do you actually believe Katara is just gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna like you're gonna believe that Katara is gonna bloodbend now? You know, what if she doesn't? You know, there's a possibility she. I feel like she will.
I feel like she will too.
I feel like she will, just because like they're not gonna show bloodbending never to be seen again. But at the same time, like that's not 100% sure for that woman. You know, that Hama, that Katara is gonna bloodbend or not. It's kind of those iffy flops, to be honest. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like just for the sake of the episode, like literally nobody else, and like I felt like she got caught at the end. Like, it didn't go as 100% as she wanted it to, so. For that reason, Hama will be the flop of today's episode. Alright guys, that's it for today. Again, you know, today's MVP flop was kind of a tough one. Let us know what your opinions are. Did you think Hama should have been the flop of today's episode? Let us know in the comments below. You can check the next few episodes up on Patreon over there. And as always, guys,
do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alistair.
Pleasure.
Peace.